I'm sure a lot of you might already know the name TwistedMexi. They're a modder for The Sims 4. Have you heard of like the Tool mod, the Better Build Buy mod? I've made videos on both of them before. They are incredible build mods. The Tool mod means take objects off lot, and you can do that. You can like place objects in the world around you, but you can also move objects in any way imaginable. So for example, if there's like a wooden board, it's flat, right? You could be like, put it like that with the mod. And then you can put it on the gallery and the game doesn't count it as including CC because it's like an in-game item just adjusted. Unbelievable. Well, he's working on another mod. And obviously our hopes are real high for this one, considering how good his other mods are. Now, look at this. In case you missed it, Project Raven is no more. I released the reveal trailer showing its official name is Create a World, a title I didn't give it lightly. So he's been teasing this mod he's working on for a long time, calling it Project Raven, and now he's officially released the reveal trailer for something called Create a World? Huh? Now, I haven't seen the trailer yet. I was saving that for you. I figured we could do it together. Now, of course, I'll link the trailer, I'll link his Twitter, his Patreon, everything down below, but I want to watch this because I am so excited. I'm like almost embarrassed by how excited I feel right now, you know? Okay, let's do this. I like this music. Starbucks. Hello? Today's the day. Now's the time. How do people figure this kind of thing out? No, I'm sorry, hang on. Do you know what? I feel like I can't even use terrain tools in The Sims 4. Like, I feel like I've been stumped by the in-game, pre-existing terrain manipulation. Some people are simply much smarter than I. Not because they can use terrain tools, but because they can do stuff like this. I don't know. Okay, sorry, I'll stop pausing. I have a bad habit of doing that. Oh, I'm gonna have a blast messing with this. I already know. I'm so excited. Look, there's like a basketball court and a campground kind of thing. Oh my god, I have so many questions about this. I saw he has like a Q&A on his Patreon, so we'll look at that too. Hello? Look at that. I want to get up close to it so bad. I want to see it in more detail so bad. Grand Plumata. Okay. Okay. This is so cool. I kind of want to go back to that like fill selection from world and stuff. But see, you can place things around off lot this way. Hello? I need to pause on that. Hang on. Custom worlds. So what I'm getting from this, from what I've seen in the trailer so far, is that you can adjust all the existing worlds with the Create a World mod. Obviously, you can't just like up and build something out from scratch because The Sims just doesn't have that capability in The Sims 4. But you can like edit anything in the other ones. Hello. TwistedMexi's Create a World. Welcome to TS4 Create a World. Patreon Alpha Access October 21st. Oh, well, I know what I'm doing on October 21st. Let me mark my calendar. I will be streaming it. That's for sure. I'm so intrigued by this. I think we've all learned by now from watching my reactions to any mod to The Sims 4. I'm just so impressed by modders. Like, I just think this kind of stuff is so cool. The amount of talent it takes to figure it out and like make something like this, unbelievable. But also to then release it so that everybody else can use it, I think that's amazing. Now, I think some more context is maybe needed for this. I know a lot of you guys, your first Sims game is The Sims 4, so you might not have experience with the older ones, but in The Sims 3, there was like an official Create a World tool, and with it, you could create worlds, like make custom content worlds. It wasn't easy. Like I never did it because yikes, but there were a ton of custom content neighborhoods and worlds in The Sims 3 that you could play in, and people made like really cool ones, and like you could do literally anything. You can see how different all of these are using that Create a World tool. And then you add in like the ability to have other mods too, and you could do so many creative things. So I used to use a lot of CC worlds in The Sims 3. I think part of it was that in The Sims 3, you could only live in one town at a time. The towns were different. They were open open world. They had a lot more lots in them. There was a lot more to do. But like, for example, say you're playing in the base game world, there's not going to be any apartments. There won't be any high rises. You won't have any of the like other pack content, and you couldn't really access it very easily because there just weren't apartments. You're not going to like stick a high rise in the middle of Sunset Valley, are you? No. But a lot of modders created worlds that had like a downtown section and like a farming small town section, and it was cool to have like the combo all in one place. We don't really need that in The Sims 4 because you can kind of just hop between anywhere at any time, but it was huge in The Sims 3. So the idea of being able to adjust a world in The Sims 4 really appeals to me. I think a lot of us have wanted a create a world tool for The Sims 4 for a long time. Ideally an official one, because then you could do more, like, you know, place your own lots wherever you want them and stuff like that. It looks like this one's gonna be based on the existing world, so the lots stay the same and then you can adjust what's around them, which is huge. Like, that's unbelievable. And I'm really excited about this. I feel like this is probably not gonna be like a tool for the average Sims player. Like, I think most of us will probably never bother to use it, but I'm very excited to see what the good people do with it, you know? Like the talented people, when they get their hands on this, oh boy. Okay, I want to go and look at TwistedMexi's Patreon. I'm not logged in, but we can still see it. So a quick recap, I announced Project Raven 2 years ago. So he's been working on this for a really long time. Why the code name? Because this project was something different from anything the Sims community is used to. It involved a lot of reverse engineering and custom exports, and I like to be very responsible with what I hype. The project needed to be 100% deserving of the Create a World title first. See, this makes sense to me, because imagine this, right? He's setting out with a pretty lofty task. Offering a Create a World tool is like not easy. So it makes sense that he would like not name it publicly and like say, hey, I'm gonna make Create a World if it's gonna take him 2 years and he might not even be able to do it. Like 2 years ago, he was like, I'm gonna try this. And so he was worried about coming out and being like, I'm gonna make Create a World before he knew he could officially do it. And then of course it'll come out early for patrons, but it's gonna be like an alpha beta access type thing. With a mod like this, he wants to release it early to like a smaller group of people so that they can help him test it and like find bugs before he posts a public download. Wait, sorry. Is Create a World an in-game tool or separate app? It'll be broken into 2 different sections. The alpha will only include the world builder portion initially, which is what you see in the trailer. World builder will be in the game. The other will be tentatively known as world designer and will be a separate tool that focuses on actual terrain mesh and lot changes. Oh my god. And the idea is that those who are willing can upload their templates for those who aren't to have more choices to build on. Here I am being like, we're not gonna be able to move lots. No, you will be. Huh? And if you don't want to make them, you can still download worlds that other people make, which is what I want to do because I don't think I'm gonna be very good at this. I'll try, but I don't know. It's like you think about a lilsimsie blue suburban and then, for example, a Kate Emerald mansion. These are 2 different things. I am, of course, referring to the Kate Emerald, in my opinion, the greatest Sims builder of all time. Need I say more? Let's be real, okay? This is just not something I am capable of. We all know this. It's a fact. Are you serious? Like, oh man, I'm so excited. I feel like this video makes no sense. Like, I feel like I haven't done a good job explaining this. But like I said, I will of course link all of TwistedMexi's stuff down below. In particular, his Patreon, because 1, you can read more about the mod. But 2, if you want to support him on Patreon, you can get the alpha access. And then we can mess with it early. And also help find bugs and, you know, but we can mess with it early. This is making me want to go back to The Sims 3 and try to do a world. Like, try and use The Sims 3 create a world. Obviously, completely different tool, but now I'm sitting here like, wait a minute. Should we try that for a video? I remember I tried it once, like years ago, because James Turner was doing a series where he was like using it and building all the lots for it and stuff, and I loved it. And so I was like, I'm gonna try. I didn't have a YouTube channel or anything. This is like years and years ago before I even started YouTube, but I think it stumped me, and so I stopped. But I was also probably like 13. So understandably, it stumped me. I think it could stump anyone, but especially a child. Okay, I'm sorry. This is Sims 4 we're talking about here. I'm so excited to see what other people do with this mod as well. Like, I'm super pumped to test it out myself, but mostly I'm excited to see what other people do with it. I just love digging through Sims builds and like seeing incredible houses people make. Well, now imagine like a world. Imagine a world people could make. There is so much potential here. Major props to TwistedMexi for this mod, and I will link his other mods down below too. You might have seen some of these, but for example, remember that expandable build by catalog mod where you can see more rows in the build by mode? Free cam in build mode, the tool mod. With this one in better build by, it comes with these things too, but it also organizes debug so that when you're trying to filter through debug to like find all the plants, he tagged them all. So you can like just look at the plants category and you'll see all the trees from debug. I mean, this is a miracle. These mods are incredible. So I'll have them linked down below too. I just can't believe that one person is making all of this. Like, this is just one guy. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Modders make the Sims. We would be nowhere without them. All right, I will stop rambling on and on about Create a World. I just get so excited. And I'll leave you here. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like mod videos, I have a bunch of them, so I'll have a playlist at the end here for you. This was not even out yet, and I'm so excited. October 21st. Mark your calendars. And on that note, I will see you all tomorrow. Bye, everybody. I feel like this video was all over the place. Genuinely makes no sense. I'm just rambling about my pure joy related to this mod. I'm so excited.